All right, I think we are all live and ready to go. Yes, yes. Wonderful. Welcome everyone to more Final Fantasy XIV. I am, of course, your friendly neighborhood BogMod. And yeah, so we were just in here. We did this fairy thing. I'd kind of missed it, but we have main plot to be doing, which we're gonna actually go do. To the well, actually, hold on. Ah, yes. We'll get back to him after we go to the Crystarium. Sorry, fairies, you're neat and all, but I don't think I need to do anything about you. So last time we destroyed the fancy pants fairy that was in the mining zone, which is great. Hey, it's Reen. Hi, Reen. Hi, Stola. Appearance of anything at all. Speak freely, she won't mind. Saturn? I feel like one of something's wrong. Grow monsters. I know! For some reason, not shooting it up into the sky anymore. It's weird to me that they did that. I think it was a little error, but it's kind of an annoying little detail. Suspected. How are you feeling? Apparently, like I might crack. What does that really get worse? I know! Summon me some void monsters to eat or something. Or, like, I take a small vacation. A couple weeks to let it balance out. I feel like there are solutions. Back the light. Just secrets. Alright. That's actually yes. You'll need all your strength. And mother, no. Let me help. It's just my soul and entire being shattering. It's fine. Totally okay. Bah. So I can't remember all the full details. I'm not sure if it's I have just too much ether in general, or I have too much light ether. But I feel like, come on, guys, you could fill me up with other ethers to help balance it all out. That's the other one. Just give me some time. I need a small vacation. Maybe we don't have to deal with this whole thing this specific weekend, right? Right? Yes. Take a little nap. La 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 la. My giant wacko scythe is giant. Hey, buddy. How's it going? I saw you in a vision. Well, I don't like either of those options, because it looked like she chose to not let him be sucked up to stop things.
Sometimes the dead would rather not be disturbed. But enough about me. What of Armorang? I see. Minfilia's gone. Which means the reason I must suffer this purgatory shall forever remain a mystery.
I know. I'm also very confused about it, buddy. Oh. I'm shattering into a magical light being again. So that's what happens, right? They turn to cinders, right?
What's the matter? Are you alright?
Come on. Hey, felt something there.
What just happened? Minfilia said my time had not yet come. That I still had a role to play.
Yeah.
Not even the most valiant heroes can stand alone.
I need at least like 3 other
There's only one
people
hero
to send
in
with
this
me when
room
I go
that
into
can stop
places.
me. I'm just a shadow, cursed to wander.
He might also be Batman, disappearing like that. Hey, buddy.
Forgive the intrusion, but Minfilia, that is, Reen, and the others were asking after you. Is everything all right?
I mean, I'm exploding. But, you know, aside from that, things are pretty good.
That pain again? And did it pass? Thank goodness for that. I would not wish to see you suffer. Though I know only too well how much you have suffered on our behalf in recent days. Indeed, I have no right to impose upon you further. Nevertheless, I must ask one thing of you. That you survive this, no matter what.
Wow, then I think we're going to need a bit of a plan about my exploding
When the
issues.
dust settles, you must return to your world. For the battles to come, and the wars yet unwon. The final light warden is all that stands between us and victory. There is still much we must do to prepare. But for now, I will see if there is aught that may remedy the strange affliction which plagues you.
Yeah, will your work be done?
Yes, I believe it will. Once the tyranny of light is ended, the people of the Crystarium will be safe, and the future that must be shall come to pass. I'll not keep you from your rest any longer. Take as much time as you like.
Take a couple weeks. Let this whole exploding thing calm down. Heaven's word! No, this isn't right. To be later after the liberation of Alamigo, perhaps. Gun turning completed. Please tell me you finished. We have to go. They'll be upon us any moment. Alright, where to next? See, pray the airship is still in one piece. Where we go from here will be just more of the same. This might be a time travel story. And the last night wrecked the night. 12 might be the night's rubble now. Anything else we can do? Look around you. This is war. It's a sickness. Yours, yeah. The CC. Well, that's an interesting way to put it. This is over. This world is beyond saving. Hear that story? And here's who's gonna stride a white dragon to save the little girl. I'm happy knowing something like that was still around. Not today. Not while our message remains undelivered. Friend, we will find her. Fun little vision there. Hinted at things. That is a big bed. It's like a king plus size bed, surely. You could fit like 4 of me in that bed. Yeah, was that the past or was it the future? Ghost? Shrouded in darkness. Prison rest and for the XIV. Hello, my wheel. Oh, for woe. If only. If only the great hero like me were here, I would run errands for you. Yeah, just calm down, buddy. What's so bad? Just tell me what's wrong. Woodcut by trade. Still imperative. Seems attacked. I don't know how furious, how ferocious. Oh, I do love it when they praise me. Close friend of mine. Best story I've known. Best friend I've known. Not the guard. He hasn't been acting like himself, eh? Alright. Oh, I'm sure we'll get along great with this guy. I will go visit your friend and give him a chat. Whee! Hey, buddy. Trust me, I cribber along. Oh. Oh, so I might be a little traumatized. Settle down. Just me. That's relief. So Zach, I've been feeling a touch of an edge. Anxiety and fatigue got the better of me. Yeah, you got that whole thing out of the eyes there. I'm jumping in shadows like some skittish child. Wait till my turn. Yeah, I might have to follow after this guy. Check in on him. You have the same impression? Yeah. I agree. Might be more than just... I mean, I think a good nap will help the man. But... Alright, well, let's go check in on our buddy here. We've never known, one of our mightiest warriors. Oh, it sounds like his regiment might have been wiped out. He might have survivor's guilt. Did you hear him? Yes, I was just saying. I bet he was the only survivor. Yeah, he watched every last one of them fall. A cruel twist of fate for such a brave leader of men. They be further than I. Why, yes, they love me. They spill all their secrets to me. What can we do to ease his burden? Alright. Well, I mean... Risotto al Nero. Squid ink, eh? Enter. Okay. Alright. He's not returned. Hey, Tolas. Looks like somebody needs someone to come save them. Like me. I will come save you. Friend, you saved my life. Oh, the ignominy of it all. I, a veteran of 1,000 battles. I laid low by some puny beast. This seems before, of course, but so is different. So powerful is our foe, so crushing was our defeat. I screamed my men, listen to my skull. Why do I live when they had to die? I'm craving everything. Looks like it doesn't sound like you ran away. I've had it worse for you. What do you say? Madeline, pray leave me be wild. Alright. My friend safe. Not yet. He's barely spoken a word. What's the matter this time? Refuse to tell me what happened. I like his sword, though. What's that? Will you tell me, won't you? Yes? Ah, there we go. He's opening up. Just had no idea. A clear encounter. So the trembling is those just me. Let's allow it down now. Yeah. No shame on me. I agree. Meaning on the battlefield that day, I'd have turned tail and run at the first sight of seen her crying for my mum all the way home. Imagine the pain and grief I feel now, but still, live for another day. I thank the gods for their mercy that my best friend is still with me. Aww. Protected and served, I must hold myself to a higher standard than ordinary men. This would have become cowering before my enemy like a spineless stable boy. Oh. I will double my efforts to defend the people of this realm yet. Yes, I will not rest until I have atoned for my grievous misdeeds. What you need now is rest. Then you can worry about atoning for your perceived failures. Yes, I think a good night's sleep will do you good, buddy. So we're going to get more men. No, even yourself killed. How will you atone that way, buddy? There we go. Nor so I can seek my own affairs. Can't run myself. Now, is he actually going to do it? Call me overcautious, but I fear he's going to rush straight back to the battlefield as soon as we look away. Yes, I was just wondering about that. I was just giving that some thought. Back on my word. Bravery. Not send the pig a leave of absence. Alright. Soak in the springs? Yeah. I wouldn't mind a soak. Let me just go there in my war machine of death. Da, da, da. Let's change clothes. It's armor. Don't I know how that is, buddy? All that heavy armor. Time for a soak. Don't question it. It's a hassle to take off all my gear, buddy. Well, you were able to face such a fearsome foe without losing your nerve. Some secret you could impart to me. Yeah, I'm gonna go with you. Get used to it. Today was just another battle. Yes, I have seen and fought so many things, buddy. And your face and your composure with which you carry yourself speaks some volumes. of war, but clearly whatever experience I possess pales in comparison to yours. Forging myself into the perfect warrior. Look at me now. I'm a bent and rusted blade, no longer fit for the battlefield. What was it all for? You saved many lives, I'm sure, Tolas. What are you fighting? What is it you're fighting for? I was going to say, because I'm just that good. But let's go with... I found something I must protect. You have a friend, buddy? You have this world? Was it my own pride? Was it to honor my family's name? I had and then lost. That I am now unable to do so much as swing my blade. A supply cabinet is sent by a stray singer. Your friend, he's missing. Let me see if that could carry me. Alright. Well, seems like you do still have somebody to protect, buddy. I'll go with you. I'm not going to kick a man when he's down. Imply that he couldn't even fight. Oh, that's a shorter flight than I expected. Oh, that reminds me. Do you have any food on me? I do. Let's eat the sausage links today. That's your sausage links. And let's not forget my greens, so I can have my bird. The ambush could be Madame Aurel. That's me! Yes, yes. Praise me. Praise me. Everyone except the woodcutter. Hey, he just said like he would. He'd run away, going screaming for his mum. There, go safe, okay. Forgiven cowardice. No luck. Oh, we got some rain going on. How very like how things are for me in the real world right now. I heard Tolis. Oh, look at you, buddy. You saved a friend. You killed the evil termites of death. We finally we did. Why in God's name do you allow yourself to be separated from your companions? This is okay. I want to require your private search party. Gads. Egads indeed. They'd like a brave warrior if I was known. Yeah. The power of a nice rejuvenating bath. So are the lives of men under my command, all were consumed by a primal urge for survival. So on the day faced with my greatest threat, with the chance to truly do my ancestors proud, I shrank the child rather than rise into it. I've got still with my own on the front lines, served as their shield. How many lives could have been saved? To the rear, as my men fought in vain against a horrible foe. Oh, so he didn't quite run away. What's the screams? Dolus. And they never come that I fully forgive myself over my cowardice. But in talking, there's one thing I understand. I myself to be haunted by the shame and spectre of that day. The mistakes of the past. Oh, there we are, buddy. Right beside me, an unflinching sense of purpose. As he has seen, for the first time since the battle of that day, my sword arm ceased trembling. Sure of peace. Happy to help. Alright. Happy to help, like I said, yeah. We did a good thing. Practically don't matter. Marks me desire to prove my valor and do my family proud. I lost sight of the most important reason that I fight. Fight as best I can for those who need me today. Alright. I mean, I fight for my personal glory, and that gets me through the day, but not everyone can be as badass as me. Imperative. Alright. Well, happy to have helped. flowering. Oh, what do you need now, buddy? Wants to show his gratitude to me? Sure. We can travel together, Tolus. Let's remain our mutual friend. Let's see you again as well. Yes, I'm sure we will. Oh, good. He seems to have fully recovered. He can take out monsters on his own again. Thanks. I'm able to summon all my strength and skill once more. All right. The stink bomb, eh? Prepare to stink. Ungra. Goodbye, little enemy. Grek. Alright. Things were a little stinky. I'm out for cure today. Fair enough that the rather defenseless woodcutters and the like need something to protect themselves. Man, if you stuck to the road, maybe you would have to kill less things. Get back, you fiend! Well, he seems to have fully regained his courageous nature. I will say that for him. You doing here? I'm saving the day, buddy. What are you doing here? Be sneaking leg, but worry not. This is but a flesh wound. Alright. He's collecting potion harvesting. Oh, the job of a gatherer. Something I maybe need to look more into. Physician for job. Alright. That's his name. Oh yeah, I remember that little story bit. With the healer? Yeah. It's nice to see these are all kind of connected. Yeah, a while back, I remember. Weeks and weeks ago. Yeah, we helped out this person become a healer. You helped. He got scratched up by saving old Uncle Neil from a nasty critter. Alright. Back in 1 second. My feet are cold. It is sadly getting to that time of the year. There we go. There we are. There we are. Now my feet can get nice and bundled up, warm. Back to saving the day. I had a mind to impress you with the confidence and composure you helped me regain. I fear that I've embarrassed myself once again. So the Shadow Sarah came to you as well. Why, she did the same for me. Oh, what did our friend do for you? Can't just help the folks, can you? I mean, they give me the sweet, delicious experience cookies. Yeah, so we end up like old Pulfus, got it? Creation. These reps you left to my departed father. On occasion to fashion new batches, and I've endeavored to improve the potency each time. Ah, fine medicine indeed. Back in the imperative. Alright, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, really good medicine. Difficult to make. Deepest, most perilous parts of the forest. Yeah, I can think of one man for the job. She was red friends all along. He still looks like he needs a good long nap. Let's go to company S as well. Of course, of course. For those of you who may be new to watching me play, first of all, hello. But also, that's kind of what I do. I enjoy doing all the side content, and that's, well, at least most of the side content. Oh, hello. I wonder if I can get over there. And I'm not gonna lie, I am prone at times to perhaps getting distracted. Well, I need to walk along the spikes. Can I make that jump from here? I need to be... let's find out. Ah, nice! The Rotunda! There we are. This is the visitor's own heart. It's the destruction of the black iron shimmering crystals like to remain. Alright. Nice. Go me. Got it first try. Like everything I do in this game. Surely, first try. Imperative, as you'll note, lumber for building, especially for supply, we're counting on you. By the way, who's the young lady? You brought her for a reason. Potions? First floor is second nature to me. The handy stink bombs, I can grab you all the herbs and weeds you need without any beasts bothering me. Yay! A highly mutual beneficial relationship. I agree! Just by making your way through the world as you do, you bring together those around you, uniting them towards a common purpose. I am pretty amazing, aren't I? Seniors. Future. You, my friend. Gratitude, my friend. Oh yeah. I'm really good. I'll take more delicious money items. Right. Now we'll go talk to our friends. They'll be like, why are you so late? I'll be like, I was, you know, making the world a brighter place, improving lives, forging connections between people, curing traumatic stress injuries. You know how it is. Typical things that I do. To the ocular. Do you think Emmett will be waiting up there for us this time? He does like to hang out sometimes. Hey, Emmett!
There you are. May I assume you've had your fill of rest?
I mean, I might still explode. You should probably look into that.
That is well. Now that we are all present, let us speak of our plan. Thus far, we have vanquished 4 lightnings, restoring night to much of Northrend. Only one remains, that of Calusia, and with Reen to guide us, I am certain we will find it.
We're so close now. If we can just take care of this one last warden, we'll rob the Sin Eaters of their final foothold and drive them out of Northrend once and for all. It will be a new beginning for the First, a chance for the people to rebuild their world.
In short, a prize worth fighting for.
And in thus delivering the First from destruction, so too shall we unsow the seeds of the 8th umbral calamity.
Do you hear? Your dreamed of rejoining is in jeopardy. Are you sure you're not tempted to intervene?
I mean, he's spent millennia at this. I feel like he's okay with the occasional setback.
You labor under the misapprehension that vanquishing the Sin Eaters is tantamount to saving the world. It is not. In truth, you only delay the inevitable, lengthening your fleeting lives by the smallest of margins. Twould be churlish of me to deny you this small concession, close as we've become. Foolish and misguided though you are not without charm. Each and every one of you is possessed of a noble heart. When the weak want for succor, you do not hesitate to provide it. Alas, your nobility is short-sighted. You think only of the problem in front of your nose. A limitation of your ephemeral existence.
Our lives may seem short and insignificant to the likes of you, but one does not need to be an eternal being to achieve lasting change.
If I may stop you there, I do not claim that we Ascians are special. That is another misconception. In the beginning, everyone lived nigh for eternity. Such was the natural order of things. But like so much else, this was taken from you. You won't object if I borrow your plaything?
Ooh. I really do actually like this backstory element they've sort of cultivated here.
Distant past, when the world was one and whole, a great calamity threatened all life. It began without warning. The very laws of the star were warped and broken, and chaos swiftly spread throughout the land. Faced with annihilation, we sought to imbue the star with its own will. Thus was Zodiac born, and by his power was order restored. Ere long, however, thankless fools began to fear that Zodiac's might was too great, and so they conjured another to keep him in check. Your own dear Hydaelyn.
And the two beings waged war until, with a single devastating blow, Hydaelyn unmade Zodiac, scattering his being across space and time. So you told us in the Katana Ravel.
Yes, yes. And there began our woes, with Hydaelyn's blow and all that it wrought. As a counterbalance to Zodiac, Hydaelyn was created with the power to enervate her foe. This singular ability strikes not at such banal things as flesh, but everything that defines the target, diluting its existence. For example, were she to strike you? Two individuals, identical in appearance yet reduced in all respects. Strength, intelligence, the soul itself, all is halved. Do you see? This self-same fate befell not only Zodiac, but the very star.
Hey, it's the orbs, like on the mosaic on the ground. Just like I swear I comment about that.
Being one of them. When I beheld the shattered remnants of our home, I knew deepest despair. The inhabitants of these 14 fragments were feeble, frail and foolish, oblivious to their imperfection, ignorant of their past. Malformed creatures thrashing blindly about. Pitiful, disturbing, depressing. So, we took it upon ourselves to rejoin the worlds. But in our eagerness and, I confess, our ignorance, we erred and made a useless void of the 13th. It was only afterwards that we discovered a connection twixt source and shard. A flow of energy that maintains elemental balance. And thus did we arrive at our time-honored modus operandi.
From a purely Asian standpoint, it could be said that what you seek to do is only logical.
So here's the interesting thing. I think so. We're in an interesting position because, of course, the divided people are still, near as we can tell, fully sentient and aware and all that sort of things. But I mean, like, I feel he does have a point. If you could imagine something like that happening to people you know, right? At some point, they're going to start to cross a point where you're like, they're no longer what you would qualify as intelligent or sentient, possibly not even human, depending on how far or how different they became as their essence, as it were, was divided. While they may outwardly look identical, imagine it happened and you knew someone and they were split into 4 people, and each of those 4 people was stuck perpetually at the mind of a 3-year-old child, despite seeming, and that was just how they were always going to be. But you had a method that you could recombine them with, though effectively these children these 4 separate individuals now, with their own experiences after that point, would be lost to create the new whole. Would you do it? I think there's an interesting question to be had about that. In the context of how they described it, where it's not just an Asian standpoint, it's just how people would feel. They all feel, of course, that, we're fine, we're who we are, this is our existence we're used to. But looking at it from the perspective of someone who's only seeing a bunch of children now, knowing they will always be forever children, stuck like that forever. Never to grow, never to become the adults they could have, all that sort of thing. It's interesting to consider. In that respect, at least with how the setting's gone, maybe there's more to this context, but as they've laid it out so far, I kind of understand his perspective more than I do the hero position. Actually, no, I understand both positions completely, because from their perspective, they don't see what's happened to themselves. They are the children who are like, no, I don't want to take my medicine shot, as it were.
but that would be to ignore the immeasurable destruction wrought with each rejoining. You have murdered millions, and this we cannot condone.
By your fragmented existence, you continue to give rise to tragedies far crueler than any calamity. But yes, moral relativism and all that. Case in point, I do not consider you to be truly alive, ergo, I will not be guilty of murder if I kill you.
I mean... kind of do that. In some ways, like when we, with people who are on life support, and you decide... I mean, obviously some people do feel that taking someone off life support is murdering them. But not everyone does, either. I can understand his perspective in this sense. And also, of course, especially since in this setting the soul exists, and there's a lot of like conceptual elements to what does it mean for the soul to be diminished.
Oh, don't look at me like that. You, for whom I have only the highest expectations.
Well, also, I'm a little curious. What happens to, like, he was talking about the nigh eternity way people got to live. Would they come back? Because that is an interesting question, I think, to this. Going back to my example of, you've got 4 kids who are going to be always these 4-year-olds. Can you actually get the adult back?
A vaunted hero of the Source, 7 times rejoined. Long have I awaited one who might brave a path of lesser tragedy. A resilient soul able to endure the necessary pain. I dare to hope that my wait is over. So, finish your task and slay the Light Warden. Make proof of your usefulness, and then we may speak again.
Forgive me, my lord, but this could not wait.
I do think it's a very interesting setup that gives the villain, perhaps antagonists is a better word for them. Also, I'm kind of curious. If we've had 7 calamities, right? The people who are alive, what would it be? I'm curious to know if these is kind of undoing the separation type thing. Are the individuals in the source, each time one of these rejoinings happening, becoming more intelligent, stronger, healthier, longer lived? That would be... I'm not sure if they ever go into that, explore that aspect of things. But I'm sure it would be an interesting question as well to be had if a joining happened and all the survivors were all aware that they were now enhanced from what they were. They thought better. They were stronger, healthier, all those qualities. They were spiritually more sound. To what extent the soul is different from intelligence and other qualities. Do they, for those watching, and if you know, do they ever end up talking about what effect the rejoining has on canceling out the weakening of the division that he was speaking of? Kind of curious. If they do, you can just let me know and I'll eventually see where they talk about it more, but I'm kind of curious about that.
Speak freely, Captain.
Our informant in Colusia sends word of unusual activity in Yulmor. It appears their forces are entrenching themselves at key points throughout the city, making ready for an attack by all indications.
An intriguing use of resources. I rather doubt Lord Volthree is concerned for the safety of his citizens.
You think he's harboring the Light Warden inside the city walls? Even if he does have some means of controlling the Sin Eaters, wouldn't that be a little risky?
I mean, no.
Risky or not, if there is even a chance the Warden is hiding there, we will need to act fast. The longer we wait, the better prepared the Warrens will be.
Agreed. See to your preparations then and make for Colusia.
I fear we've failed to also discuss my exploding itis.
God's willing, this hunt will be the last. Let us see it through to the end.
I think it's a very... hold on. I think it's... because... wasn't the whole thing with Singers when people get too unbalanced in the light, they can turn into one? I feel it's rather relevant we be discussing. We need a solution for me. I would become like the superest of Sin Eaters. I've got like 4 of them in me right now. The ultimate Light Warden. The Super Warden.
We should begin by assembling in Right. There we may assess the situation in Yulmor and decide how best to proceed.
I hope our plan isn't. We'll just hope for the best. Still, good scene, good exposition. I am at the process of some interesting questions. Hey, buddy, and I love your attitude still. You thought? I think it did. Yes, absolutely, buddy. I have deep questions that I don't know if the game will properly address. President 14, of course. Finds the original office. Yeah. So the implication is indeed that the one became many. Our names. All ties of office. By another. There goes to another fragment of the self-same soul. All right, so he's basically finding the leftover or the broken up parts of those who were originally loyal and originally saved their world. Now, I am a little curious. Now, of course, there's surely some more to the story. But there's some implication that... was there some additional reason that Zodiark was split? They had fears about him being too strong. Were they legitimate? Was there some aspect here he is not telling us about? I'm kind of curious. Because while clearly that was kind of meant to be like an exposition dump to explain the villain motivations, doesn't mean we should trust everything blindly. Hey, what's your name then, buddy? Alright. Portal to the source. Oh, can I can go. I think this is a horrible plan, Crystal Exarch. Oh, you're exploding and possibly maybe becoming the most ultimate and destructive Light Warden Sin Eater out there? We'll figure it out afterwards, after we put you under even more strain. Even though you had a small case of explosion happening earlier. Alright. Well, apparently the plan really is, let's hope for the best. Let's increase the risk and hope for the best. Alright, those are class quest stuff. Ooh, actually, you know what? Better example than the kid. Well, the kid's example works a little bit. But, like, what if more differently? What if you could split, like, a person and they got turned into, like, a gorilla, an orangutan, a bonobo, and a chimpanzee? And there's like, yeah. Would you then be like, yeah, 'cause that might be a better way of how Emmett views things. Would you then, would you then, yeah, that happened to your friend, they got turned into 4 of them. Would you be like, yeah, it's okay, we can get rid of the 4 of them to get my friend back? I think a lot of people would say yes. Even if the orangutans might be a little grumpy about it. Since 2 of us infiltrated Yulmore. Yeah, I remember that. I've felt before. His actions are unconscionable. Over the course of our struggles, I found the answer. He'll always cure the world ills. How it reflects on myself. Oh yeah, you were all like, I'm gonna save the world, I got the plan. Although in your defense, Alpha Node, I do believe you were actually interested in saving the world. I'm not sure I'm convinced. You were like, I'm gonna sit on my fancy giant throne surrounded by all the beautiful ladies and live a life of luxury, quote unquote, while saving the world. So don't beat yourself up too much. That's the truth. Yeah, you're a little different than him. But I can understand why you might see elements of yourself there. The aura is different? Oh, again, I'm wondering if he himself, Vothri, is the Light Warden. That's clear. Oh, she's got different hair now. She doesn't have the glowing eyes. And why? Why oh why? Can I go up here yet? It's gotta come up. Something there is gonna be how we get into Yulmore, I bet. Hello, delirious youth. Interesting. Something's gone weird with these folk. Look at that. Look at that round buddy. Agitated man. Voth, you're here, we obey. Ah, ooh, interesting. Entranced citizens. Well, I mean, I'm okay with killing the occasional entranced citizen. Long live Lord Vothri. Hey guys, have you noticed people are turning into a weird cult? Yes. See, let's see what they have to say. I do like the ominous music.
Strange. Passing strange. By their behavior, we may safely assume that they are under Vorthri's mind control. Yet the extent of the effect seems to vary dramatically between subjects. It is far too pronounced to be attributed simply to the vagaries of innate magical resistance.
Curiouser and curiouser. We met with no trouble en route. My thanks for securing the way. But given the state of the townsfolk, I see we were never in any danger of being recognized.
What can you tell us from here?
I sense a powerful eater in the uppermost reaches of the city. But there's something different about it. Its light is impure.
Interesting.
We need to get closer.
Oh, so that one's Alfino. Well, unless you're triplets.
Kaishia, what are you doing here?
While I was scouting the area, I noticed a suspicious figure skulking about. So I accosted him, only to have him call me Alfino. I thought it best to bring him along.
You see, that informant who's been feeding secrets to the Crystarium, it's me.
Yeah, we helped you out way back.
After you saved my life in Yulmore, I thought about going somewhere far away, but I couldn't just leave, not without paying you back. So I decided to stay here, keep an eye on things, and whenever I spotted something strange, I shared it with your friends.
That took no small amount of courage. Well done.
I assume you saw what happened here.
Right, so an airship flew in a bit ago, and not long after, Vorthri starts ranting and raving.
Do we think it's that? Remember,
from all the way out here.
remember there was that? Wasn't there that food stuff they've been handing out? Way earlier? Might be the food stuff. Who's been drinking and eating the food?
Shouting and screaming like someone had nicked his pie.
It is like the airship bore the soldiers sent to thwart our efforts in our marae.
So eventually the yelling dies down, and then this hot, sticky wind comes blowing through. Now that's when everyone went funny. Not everyone but me. Well, me and a couple of newcomers, though even they started mumbling about Vorthri after a while. Not as bad as the rest, mind you.
Newcomers.
Yeah, people who haven't had a chance to drink or eat This food.
There's something I need Reen to see.
Yeah!
This was among the townfolk's food stores.
Oh, that's just meal. You won't douse this stuff out.
No, it couldn't be.
Are they eating sin eaters?
I know what it is.
Soylent Light?
It's Sin Eater.
Ah!
Meal is made out of Sin Eater.
Got it.
So it is. In limited quantities, it may have little effect on an average individual. Yet if one were to consume it regularly, over a period of several years, I suspect it would do far, far more than merely nourish the body.
That explains his ability to control everyone.
That Vorthri wieldeth power over Sin Eaters is known. Could it be that those who partake of their flesh do thereby render themselves susceptible to his influence? It would serve to explain why the town's newer arrivals succumbed less quickly than those raised on a diet of meal.
He's been rounding up sin eaters and feeding them to people, altering them mouthful by mouthful, all to stop them answering back.
He might be a
There are
bottom.
desperate souls out there killing themselves to escape turning. This is unforgivable. An atrocity.
These Sin Eaters. What if they are not simply rounded up?
What if they're also people?
Do you remember what we were told when first we came to the city? Many enter, but none leave.
It is Soylent Green / Soylent Light.
Let us put an end to it. To this paradise built upon the bones of the poor. Vorthri's deeds are beyond justification. Beyond forgiveness. Evil.
It's highly probable that the Light Warden is waiting for us somewhere in there. And I'm all for going after it. But our enemies know our faces. They know that we are coming, and they will not let us through without a fight. Like it or not, the time for stealth is past. Now, my friend, if you would be so good as to lead the charge.
Okay, I guess we really are going with... We'll just hope you don't explode or turn into a sin eater yourself. And clearly they're setting up for some sort of big moment, but I'm not super into the scheme. Bit of battlefield. Feast flies. 412. I think that's even higher than mine. Is that like is that the cap? I think it is. All right. Ooh, this is going to be a big, exciting episode today. We had a big revelation about what the Ascians are up to. We're going to 7-man attack an entire city and army.
I can feel it. A dark presence in my domain.
He's such a large ham, though, and I love it.
It's them! The villains who would sow chaos in my perfect paradise! Keep them away from me! I command you! Keep them away!
Ooh.
Long live Lord Vorthri.
He would use his own people as shields.
This area is older than Gate Town. There are bound to be far more civilians under Vorthri's control. But they do not act of their own free will.
and we must not harm them.
Ooh, yeah, I killed a few on the way here.
As if we ever would.
Oh, awkward.
Press on with Alphino. We'll hold off the civilians and join you as soon as we can.
Alright. I mean, I'm a giant reaper. I'm not sure it's not a good weapon for sparing people.
Try and stop me!
Keep it up! May the 12 guide you.
Whee! Although I kind of expected a little more of a, I don't know, an army?
Pay me back later.
Hey, it's them! Let you see him, have to lose it. Fair's fair, we'll give you a good death. Alright.
Show's over.
Now, are they going to merge like the others two in Final Fantasy IX?
I'll break your funny bone.
Alright, 2 down. Aw, they didn't merge into some sort of giant horrible monster. Disappointing. I guess I have to solo the man. Where's the people? Oh, hey, buddy. I was gonna say, where's that
You
general?
will find my master in his chamber.
Scythe versus Scythe.
But only should you kill me this day. And you will not.
Yeah, he's not acting like the others. Curious what his backstory is.
You may think me under his
No, I don't.
But I uphold Lord Vorthry's ideals of my own volition. Man is an inherently flawed creature. In his vain pursuit of righteousness, he but sows the seeds of future conflict. Thus, have I chosen to place my hopes upon he who has transcended men, upon he who is unbound by the vagaries of conscience. But enough talk. I am a soldier, and you are my enemy. Come, let us settle this once and for all.
Weapon. So destroy and destroy I will. So we settle this villain. Hey, that's my line. Is that a giant iceberg I saw rotate through? Oh, that's probably for the crystal there. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, come face me in this nice little safe space I made. From the fire of war. Just a DPS burst race? No? Am I? Oh, there we are. No super power up for you, buddy. There are my precious girls. Aw, did he lose his daughters? Did he lose family? What drove him to it? I'm fine. Come down for the moment. Yes, doing it all I can. Otherwise engaged. Could it be the senior boss? Is it trying to rebel against him? Where are these senators he usually surrounds himself with? Oh! There's a meal around him.
Lord Vorthri! Your reign of tyranny is at an end! For too long you have preyed upon the desperation of the poor. Now you will answer for the suffering you have caused! And if you harbor even a shred of remorse, I beseech you to use your powers to redress the balance for the future of all in Norvrant.
No, it can't be. This is wrong. It's wrong. The Warden, it's not just a Sin Eater. It's a man.
Hey! I suspected. That's why they obey him, because he is the Sin Eater. Also, I mean, look at him. That's not a normal person. Ooh. Creepy touch.
Remorse? For the future of all? What nonsense is this? There is no justice but mine. No future but mine. No will but mine. It is preordained. I was born to deliver this wretched world. Me? Unseated? No, 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 no. It's impossible. Inconceivable. Absurd. I am a great and wise king. Greatest and wisest. I reign from on high. I will not be brought low by maggots like you! Ah!
Is this what I'm going to turn into?
Oh, yes. Of course. I can begin again. Rebuild my paradise. Once I finish my dinner.
No, stop him! Thancred, stop him!
Delicious fork. Oh, those adorable little wings. Where'd he go? Do you think he turned into a Godzilla? Oh!
What in the heavens?
Maybe.
Did Vorthree do that?
There's like airships around us.
Wait. That is Mount Golg, the highest peak in Calusia. It lies on the other side of a sheer cliff, and much as I wish it were otherwise, it is beyond our reach for now.
The airships in the city.
But even if it weren't, there are people here who need our help.
Oh, Alphino.
Please, even if it's only to tend to their wounds.
Sure, we'll all help out. I mean, I'm still at risk of exploding, so I'm in no rush.
Thank you.
I don't know if it will work, but if Vorthry's hold over the people is rooted in light, I might be able to reverse its effects. Will you let me try?
Of course. We'd be grateful for any help you can.
It's also rude in them being part Sin Eater at this point.
Well then, if it's decided, let's all get to work.
First the effects. Yay! On the inflicted. Yeah, there's an entire. I know, the city seems small on the map, but it's a full city. Yay! We can attune to the ether here. I'll come back to you, buddy. I want to do this first. Yay! We're attuned. Here's some dream powder. They receive our attention. All right. Deeper and deeper down I go. I like the creepy extra face he grew. That was a fun touch. The head turning thing, also good. Oh, I went through the hole in the glory gate. The glory hole, if you will. So gonna make that joke. Can't stop me. Well, it's been a while since I worked my way through this place. Give you some drugs. Put you to sleep. The pain. Can't see me from falling to my death. I will help out. I've got the sleepy drugs. What did you say? Oh, thank you. Okay. Ooh. All right, there's a thing over there, isn't there? Now, what is the... I mean, we had such good luck last time. another shot. I jumped too far, but I think that is the right way to approach it from. A regular jump, not super speed, might do it. Yeah! There we are. The Elmoran Army Headquarters. Sightseeing log number 8 complete. Yay! I did the thing, everybody. I'm so good. There's no trespassers. Where'd you find my sweet canary? Oh, I'm trying to talk to you. And for the next one, make sure you get some rest too yourself. So everyone, bring the enthralled to you. Oh yeah, that's what I thought about that iceberg. It was the crystal.
You're going to be all right.
I think that's the last of them.
We've done all we can for the wounded. As for the rest...
You were eating people!
Aren't you Alphino? The painter boy? What in the world is going on? Did something happen to us?
You were eating people that got turned into sin eaters. That were then fed to you.
Let me handle this. Citizens of Yulmore, what I'm about to tell you will come as a shock. Indeed, you may be loath to believe it, but if you trust the evidence of your senses, it is my hope that you will listen and accept the truth, unpalatable though it may be.
Palatable. They were eating people.
Vorthri is a sin eater. Everything he offered, everything he promised, was a lie.
I don't blame you, buddy.
They're not taking it well, and who could blame them?
Are you saying we were Vorthri's puppets all this time?
When you attacked us, you were not yourselves. That much is true.
But your conduct prior to that moment was your own. Volthry's unnatural charisma does not absolve you of all responsibility.
I don't know, buddy. We just covered they've been eating Sin Eater flesh, which gives him an unnatural sway over them. And the whole getting into the city process requires them to usually hang out a while. I don't know if I agree with this one.
Of your own free will, you came to this city and gave yourselves over to its pleasures.
Maybe I'm forgetting something. But my understanding is you travel to the main place, you hang out there trying to get in. You eat the food, which means you ate the Sin Eaters, which means you got under his influence.
And in the course of this, if you mistreated those less fortunate than you, then that too was of your own free will. It is not for me to judge you, but for your victims, for history, for your conscience. You have dreamed a twisted dream, but now you are awake. You may yet share this world of ours. Join with us and each other, that we might begin anew. We've lost so many already. We dare not lose any more.
Sorry, just saw the two kinds of flowers there. One clearly looks like a flower. The other was, and this is a weird crystally shaped thing, but
for giving me the chance. There is nothing more to be done here. Let us go after Volthry.
Is there anything we can do to help? You risked your lives to bring us to our senses, and I, for one, hope to repay that debt. Begin anew, as you said.
Volthry has fled to Mount Gulg, and we mean to pursue him. Do any of you know the way?
Airships. The army of Yulmore has airships.
Mount Gulg is over the bright cliff.
Thank you.
Have you an airship?
We will contemplate flight only as a last resort. Were we to come under attack whilst airborne, we would have little hope of defending ourselves. If at all possible, we would prefer to travel by land. Is there a way?
The ladder is the only way up and down the cliff, but it hasn't moved in a long time. In the old days, it was operated by the mining folk who lived at the top. After the flood, it saw less and less use, and when Lord Volthry took control, it was abandoned altogether.
So we somehow need to get the ladder working again.
It moves by means of a talos, if that's any help. But good luck repairing that.
It's funny you say that.
Talos? Did someone say Talos? You know all about them, don't you, dearest? If anyone can get this lift moving, it's you.
Well, perhaps. But see here.
Oh, yes. If you want the golem restored, you may leave it to my husband. For he happens to be the heir to Daedalus Stoneworks, foremost makers of Talos, whose contracts include the renowned mining venture of Armoreg.
Well.
It's been years and years since I had anything to do with it. I can't just pick up a hammer and set to work.
You can't.
No, that's not what I... It's just... All right, I will take a look at the Talos. But beyond that, I make no promises.
Those with strong backs, come with me. I'll need help dragging the damn thing out of the storehouse.
All right.
Well done, brother.
Come, my friend. We have work to do.
North, west, right. Yeah, I think I've seen it before. This is so many breezy walkways. 3 letters lost in the derelicts. All right. Oh, the sexy dancing chamber. Forgot about you. Queen Bee. You can't tell. Are you the one daring a sword, perhaps? I am! So they spawned there late. Alright. One of them learned they were eating people and hasn't taken it very well. But you know what? I think we got some good stuff covered today. So I think I'm actually inclined to call it there. We had a big revelation. We had 2 big revelations. We got the big speech from Emmett. And then we had the revelation about Lord Vothry. The big old flying city or island we have to get to. Yeah, no. I think there's some good, hefty, interesting conceptual stuff here. So thank you all for watching, of course. Those of you who've watched during or after, please throw a like or drop a message. I know that stuff helps. I do appreciate it. And I hope you all have a great night.